What are you doing out this late, my dude?
Alright guys, I want to take you through a push workout, but keep in mind my shoulders still give me a lot of issues, or really, I guess my upper chest into my shoulder. I know a lot of you deal with the same problem, so maybe you can take something away from this. I'm going to start with the dumbbell press because this gives me the option to rotate my shoulders any way that I want. You'll notice I'm going to be keeping more of a neutral grip as opposed to keeping a wide grip. That really takes some of the pressure off for me, but everyone's injury is going to be different. So even though I'm using very lightweight, I'm just working with 70-pound dumbbells, I felt a lot of discomfort there towards the end, which is pretty discouraging, but I'm going to call it quits there. There's no sense in pushing it at this point, and that's something I would guess I'd tell you guys. Just go based off of your instincts. Use common sense. If something doesn't feel right, just don't do it. So frustrating not to be able to train the way that you want to, and the best thing to do would probably just be take time off completely. But if you're like me, you probably understand you can't just stop doing something that you love. So I will find a way to work around it one way or another and hopefully not do too much further damage. Okay. Now, lucky for me, my gym has just about everything you could ever imagine. But if your gym doesn't have stuff like this, find a new gym or just do what you can, you know. I would say this grip feels a whole lot better on my shoulder, but even this is a little bit too risky, so I'll probably do 1 or 2 more sets. Now guys, I'm very well aware that this can come back to bite me in the ass, and I accept the responsibility for that. And I'm not saying that this is what you should do at all. I'm not trying to be some tough guy. It's just something in me, you know. I want to do what I want to do, and I don't want to let anything stop me. So I'm gonna do 1 more set, and then we'll move on to something else. This might be one of the most boring machines at the entire gym, but for whatever reason, it's one of the movements I can do without any pain. So I'll do anywhere from 10 to 12 reps, again, just stopping when I start to feel any tension on the shoulder. So now is probably as important of time as ever to get better at the lifts that I'm able to do. So I'm still tracking all my workouts on the Strong app. I talked about this last week in a video. This is my favorite app to use. And they actually liked it so much that they agreed to sponsor this video. That's what you get. You say nice things for free, and then you can get some sponsored videos. But what I really like about this is because I try to stay off my phone, is it's so simple to use. So I go in here, I press a few buttons, and I'm done. I don't have to sit around here and mess with things and get all thrown off. The other thing that I really like about this is it shows me the previous week's weight, so I know right away, just by looking at that one screen, what to bump it up to. Okay, so I was able to get the same amount of reps as last week, but I bumped it up 10 pounds. So I am happy with that. Just because you have a nagging injury or everything isn't perfect, it does not mean that you cannot make progress. So if you guys are interested in a good workout app, I would highly, highly suggest the Strong app. I will leave it linked below. If you're on Apple device, an iPhone, you can just search it in the App Store. They actually just made an app for the iWatch too, I believe, if you guys are hip enough to have one of those. They even featured it on the front page, so that's pretty cool. Definitely one of my top recommendations. Okay. So oddly enough, this actually feels pretty good on my shoulder. It kind of helps stretch it out a little bit. Granted, I'm using the lightest kettlebell in the whole gym, but I'll just do anywhere from 12 to 15 reps with this. So I think I found some new ignorant music to work out to, but listen to this song called I'm That Dude by this guy named Swilson, and tell me that these words, that this tone came out of this guy. It's unbelievable.
I'm that dude, I'm the come up, cause I'm fresh with it. I'm just running through my hood, they know I'm next with it.
Rear delts, nothing exciting. I'm just gonna do a million sets, a million reps. Okay, so I cannot do skull crushers with the regular easy bar. Every time I do it, I end up hurting myself one way or another. Probably means I'm doing it wrong, but it's just not worth the risk, in my opinion, for myself. So what I found is a different alternative with using a plate. So I bring it back behind my head just like a skull crusher. I keep constant tension on the triceps. I don't necessarily even get a full range of motion. A lot of people will disagree with that, but I want to make sure that pressure is constantly on the tricep itself. And then after I get about 12 reps of that, I'll move into a closed grip bench press with the same plate that I was using, and then I'll just burn out for like 15, 20, however many reps I can do. It's very bro. There's probably no science behind this, but it just feels good. kind of amazes me how much some people can overthink their food. It's just food. It is not that serious. You do not have to sit there and build out a formula to figure out what you're gonna have for dinner at night. It doesn't have to just be chicken and broccoli and rice, you know. It could be anything. It could be the same foods that you were used to eating when you were 7 years old with your brother and your sister or whatever, you know. I mean, you can fit almost anything into your diet. I'm an only child. I don't know why I thought of brother and sister. If you want to eat a bowl full of Brussels sprouts for dinner, then go ahead, if that's what makes you happy, you know. I think maybe I'm just lucky. I don't have the capacity in my brain to worry about things like that when there's so many other things in the world going on. I don't know.
In the 80s and 90s, my friends' parents were telling me I was a loser because I was getting D's and F's. So I've got it very I understand.
Now, I hate soup, but for whatever reason, tomato soup and grilled cheese sound good, so that's what we're having tonight. I can almost guarantee you that somebody is going to eat a grilled cheese after seeing this. It's gonna be you, isn't it? I can see it on your face.
My big kind of DJ IIFYM, so.
Salad, eggs, potatoes, Brussels sprouts, of course. I really have this 15-minute rule when I get home from work. I don't want to spend more than 15 minutes making food.
5 pounds in the next 5 days. To answer your question, I'm manipulating your water intake in order to lose weight.
Cole Allman, I think that's how you say. I am your first subscriber, Rich homie. He actually just tweeted me. I don't know this guy, but he just started a YouTube channel. So good for you, man. Keep making videos. He's from the University of Cincinnati, which is pretty cool. You guys, you always think this is Chick-fil-A. This is UC. I did get my master's there. So really cool. I honestly think everyone needs a YouTube channel. It's just done so much for me. But anyway, PES Select Protein Powder. This might be the first time I've shown this to you guys. I don't know if you've ever seen this or not, but I'm obsessed with this stuff. You know that. Every night I make a protein poverty brownie, and I also have 1 or 2 scoops of this. I just drink it. It just tastes so good. Now, do I use more protein powder now that I'm sponsored and that I get it for free? Yes, I do. I'm gonna be very honest with you because one of the things that bothers me is so many people are just not upfront about it. It drives me crazy. If someone gets sponsored, then all of a sudden everything just changed. And you know, I'm just gonna be as real. I mean, I love this stuff. Do not get me wrong. And if you look at it, if you look at the cost gram for gram, yes, this is cheaper than Whole Foods. But when I was in school and stuff like that, I drank maybe 1 or 2 scoops of protein per day. So you don't need it, but I just love it. So that's how I end my days. I'll have some rice cakes, and that's about it.
As I drop you off just past 11, and before you step into the pouring rain, don't mean to ask you a loaded question. I wish you'd answer just the same. How long will you overlook my heart? Roll it down like a house of cards.
That's news you're gonna hear all day. Subway has brought back the $6 footlong, any footlong that you like. So there's a good chance I'm gonna be eating this quite a few times over the next month. You know, back in my day, it makes me sound so old, but they used to be $5. They used to have an awesome song, but that's okay. So I'll probably have this for lunch, might even have it again for dinner. It's just, Subway is not the best thing, you know, but it's good, and it's just so convenient. I guarantee you, no matter where you're going, you will pass at least like 4 or 5 Subways. It's just always there, macro friendly for the most part, so I'll probably have this a few times throughout the week.
You go to the New York Stock Exchange and you want to buy a share of Apple stock, there is one page for it. And
And what's the ultimate plan here? It sounds like you could use this platform not just to do sneakers, but
Adidas Yeezy 350, which is the low top version, retails for $200 and it resells for about $1,200, $1,400.
I am not cool enough to ever wear a pair of Yeezys.
What's good, YouTube? You know who it is.
What happened on Saturday exactly?
All right.
We have got a very special rich homie guest in this one. Well, I got stood up, guys.
So my alarm is Monday through Friday only, and so I had it at 5:30. I finished at 6:30, and obviously on Saturday morning it didn't go off. So Mackenzie woke me up.
Sounds like an excuse to me.
When you pull it back, man, you.
How you doing? We seeing you soon?
Yeah, for a food challenge, not workout.
All right, no, Jim. All right.
Take it easy, Trav. Nice seeing you, bud.
You know, guys, shopping for cars is just not as much fun as I thought it was gonna be. So let's do something much more exciting than that. Let's try out this new grenade bar. This is the chocolate peanut butter. I'm on record saying that I think it's the white chocolate is one of the best tasting protein bars that I have ever had. I've heard really good things about this, so we'll see. These taste more like candy bars and protein bars. So good. Still think if I had to choose one, I'd probably go with the white chocolate, but this was very, very good. I would highly recommend this to you, even though someone left a comment the other day saying they did not like the grenade bar at all, and they got all mad at me. I was like, dude, I'm not like lying. I don't get paid to say this kind of stuff. I'm not trying to mislead you guys, but I think they're awesome. And I want to be very clear here when I say it is not that serious about what you eat, because it kind of is that serious, right? What you put in your body dictates the kind of life that you're going to live. You can't just eat crap day in and day out. What I mean is that it does not have to be just chicken and broccoli every single day, 5 times a day. That's just not realistic. There's no one that's going to be able to sustain that in the long term if you want to live a quote-unquote normal life. So eat quality foods the majority of the time, and you will be just fine. More eggs, more potatoes, and of course, more Brussels sprouts. That's gonna be dinner for the night, and that is gonna wrap up the week. We just spent an entire week together. Has that ever happened on any other channel? If so, you let me know where, and I will go look for that. Dude, these ear pods are absolutely insane. So you take them out of the box, you put them in your ear, the phone automatically knows it, syncs up, starts playing. You take them out, the phone knows you took them out of your ear, it stops. I mean, it's kind of scary really. But anyway, good purchase if you guys are in the market. That is how we're gonna end the video. Hopefully this was interesting to some of you guys. I get so many comments on my food challenges from people asking how I eat like that without getting extremely fat. And the part that they're not seeing is the 90% of the time, I'm eating just simple, normal, healthy, whole foods. And that's kind of the approach that I take. And really guys, it is not that serious if I'm not a broken record as it is. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. That really does help me out a lot. I don't just say that at the end of the video. Please click the thumbs up button and click these little these screens to the side of me. Watch some of my other videos, man. They're pretty good. You guys would be impressed. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch. You could have been doing anything in the entire world, and you decided to spend a few minutes with me. That's pretty awesome. I look forward to talking to you guys next time.